Egg on the play.
Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Green to bring it back. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Marcus Green on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now a run with Akers. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up second and 10. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10.
At their own 26.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Switch. Tighten up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at their 49-yard line.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
It's now third down.
Alert 3. Safe.
On third down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
43 is the mic.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Ebron caught left side. 3 yards the gain there, second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one.
No score.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And a Raider first down.
Carr now on first down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll throw, complete to Cam Akers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll run on first down. Akers, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down now, Akers, and some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Cam Akers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. I'm trying to collect. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field, but he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Being chased out left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control?
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
To number 80. It's a gain of 15, but it's third down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Gain of 9.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Get in the right room. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Watch the run. 40 yellow. Drill green. Check 43. I'll get him.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
To Nick Chubb. A gain of 10 brings up third.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good minute.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing his car on third down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Steelers. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Green to bring it back. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. On
the return, the Raiders take over first and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 21. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Makes it third and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. 9 yards that time.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler. First and 10 at the 40.
He'll look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, Most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
At the 26-yard line.
Check, 43. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. You got to get the ball. Can you get the ball? Go right. 43 is the mic.
They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. The 40, 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Short little throw to Ebron, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Complete to Eric.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
43. Check, 43.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. From the gun, it's Carr.
steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And only able to get two here, stopped at the 30. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
It's third down. And 8 yards.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
But it brings up 4th down.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Let's go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check, 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 check. Blue.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Kick is good. Makes the score Raiders 24, Steelers 10.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 34. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This is caught inside the 15.
Complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way down. Let's make these... Red. Go red.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Check.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 21, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Flush to his right. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Complete.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
6 yards. And it's
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On play action, now Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
to number 11.
Henry Ruggs
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead will grow by one more.
Makes the score Raiders 31, Steelers 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to look to throw. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3rd down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Back. 49, check 49.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go